Hello, welcome to another tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence. I'm Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Imagination Beach. I painted this a couple weeks ago. Oh, live stream, 6 o'clock p.m. Western Time on Friday. Come say hello to Uncle Mike. Yep. There'll be a reminder at the end of the video too, and we'll be messing around with Photoshop there. Some people may or may not be interested, but if you did want to talk to me or just reach out, that'd be a good time. And I don't know, whatever comes up in the chat we'll talk about, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we are working on a nice bit of hardboard here. It's been prepped with 2 coats of transparent gesso. And we're doing an underpainting with its burn umber, and it's been augmented with alizarin crimson. So that's, I think it's really a beautiful, sort of rich kind of, I call it super umber. Because, you know, burn umber's got that latent bit of redness in it, but, you know, the addition of the alizarin crimson kind of pumps it up and makes it super burn umber. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe some burn umber from different paint companies is going to have different properties. The burn umber I've been using is from Massimo Classico, something like that. I got a big tube of that, and it actually is almost dead on with the Gamblin, so maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so a lot of what this painting is about simplification of the landscape, and one of the points I've was making in one of my videos on my recent series of video courses was about abstraction. And actually I was talking to this with a student the other day as well, and what I was pointing out to her and on that video course is that your painting has to succeed at an abstract level, no matter how representational the end result is. And you'd be amazed, you know, you would think someone like an illustrator like Norman Rockwell didn't have any abstract underpinnings at all, but a sound abstract composition has got to be the foundation of any good work of art. In a painting like this, I mean, I could have detailed all those dark rocks, and you know, but would it have made it a better painting? I didn't think so, and so I didn't do it. And this is the point I was making in one of my video courses. Like, some people, especially a lot of painters starting out, they think, oh, you know, maybe they're hard workers, which is to their credit. They think, oh, I'll work really hard and I'll just keep pounding the detail into this, and if I just keep working hard, eventually it'll be good. And there are things like that, like maybe if you were building a cabinet or something and you're doing that extra layer of sanding and an extra layer of wax and what have you. But with painting, it doesn't work that way at all. What happens is the painting gets tighter and tighter and less comfortable for people to look at. And so the point I was making in this course was, if you have that tendency, you know, you could basically just interpret your scene that you're painting as simple geometric type shapes. Make sure that the colors that you're painting them in are beautiful and attractive, and that you are modulating colors within each shape, either from temperature, like warm to cool or cool to warm, or value, dark to light, or color hue. Which is, you know, say from red into orange into yellow, that kind of thing, or all 3, even better. But you're not always going to be. Usually, you can do one of the 2. You can do 2 out of the 3. You can modulate from value, darker to lighter, and from color temperature. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always, this is the thing, and I've been saying this in the channel for a while. You want to remember these 3 letters. It's ABM. It's always be modulating. So the point is, modulate every way you can, any which way you can. Anyway, let's just say you did your painting with these big simplified shapes, and you've done a nice job modulating the color and the shapes, and all the colors look good together, and you have compositional harmony between all the shapes. People are going to look at that and they're going to accept that as a painting, and they will probably really like it. That's the facts of the matter. So what sells your paintings, what makes your paintings engaging, isn't that layer of detail or micro value adjustments or any of that sort of thing. It's always the big shapes, the big composition, that is going to make your painting something that's desirable to people, something they want to look at. Yeah. And I think this painting we're doing here today is a really good example of that. Now, the other thing with this painting is it's kind of a little bit of a tricky one to pull off. It took me a little while to figure out the gray orange thing. And the thing is with the gray is that in some areas it's quite a cool gray, and cool gray is really another way of saying blue. So you're talking about a complementary color scheme. It's adjacent to a complementary color scheme because we're not talking about a strident blue into a strident orange. We're talking about a more muted orange into a grayed blue. And so the transition color here was really that red iron oxide. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have an ad for the video courses and the book coming up. And thanks for your patience. I really appreciate it. Worked really hard on those courses, and I think they have a lot of value to people that are wanting to learn oil painting. Yeah. This ad's a little shorter, like I promised, because I don't want to be disruptive. You know, I think we have a nice thing going on this channel. So, oil painting mastery video courses. We got 3. We got limited palette, extended palette, and tonal palette magic. This is a limited one, and it uses 5 colors. This is the extended palette one that uses 9 colors, and this is the tonal palette one. This one uses my full range of colors that I use all the time. And of course, we've got the book, and we sold a couple books this week. I'm really excited and thrilled to be shipping that all over the globe. So if any of those interest you, check them out. Support this channel, support me as an artist, you know, if you can. If you can, please do. Oh, the same goes for the likes and the comments. If you could just, maybe you don't have any do-re-mi, but you give me a comment, give me a like if you're getting some value here. So one thing about this particular sky, oh, and live, we're going live Friday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Come say hello. Let's see if we can get this up off the ground. It's only taken me, actually, how long has YouTube even had live? I think places like Twitch and that had it first. I'm not a gamer, so I really don't know, but we've had maybe the capability for 6 years, something like that. I've been dragging my feet. I've had people, mention it and that it would be good, but I'm finally getting around to it. I'm doing it in a way that I feel is going to be cool. Yeah. So I was real proud of my little progression of speech. It was one of these areas where I was looking at the reference. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And the solution, like so many times, getting back to what we were saying before the ad there, is modulation. We're modulating from a dark, warm into a taupe, into a redder taupe, right? So modulation is the key to successful painting. There's so many keys. What's the biggest key, you're wondering? It's composition, and that's one of the reasons why I'm putting the focus on that in the live streams. Although you might casually look at it and go, oh, you're just messing around with photo reference. Well, the things I'm messing around with and addressing are the compositional elements that were not going to be congruent for a good painting. So as a modern, I don't have to sit here and sketch things out. I can move things around in Photoshop and do things there, and then mess around and sketch things out too. Use both, right? I'm a big believer in utilizing the modern technology to help me express myself as an artist. I've been doing a real deep dive, continuing deep dive on the AI stuff, and it's very interesting how AI operates. It's not at all creative. Some of the things that it produces, you might think it was very creative, but the fact of the matter is that it just has sampled a zillion, gazillion things on the internet, and when prompted, will give you a result. And you actually don't have hardly any control over that result other than words. It's a very limited way of trying to create things, I would say. But it's churning out images, and this is one of the things, one of the reasons why I think that actual, physical, real-world paintings, real-world art is where it's at. I loved digital art. I was very involved with it. I got a tablet not that long ago, and I've got a tablet. I've had the thing for a month. It has a stylus. Just yesterday is the first time I've actually installed an art program and just fiddled around with it, because I'm not that interested in that. I was a digital artist. Well, let's just say I was a commercial artist that used digital means and methods to finish my work. Most of my work started as drawings outside the computer, but all of it was colored in the computer and finished there. And it's extremely powerful. You've got the undo, you can make a zillion different variations. There's so much involved with it. But at the end of the day, it's in the box. And I think as humans, we need to get ourselves out of the box. And I'm really into using the computer to help support that process. If it can help me with my reference images, great. In the old days, I might have been some guy just walking around with my sketchbook, you know. But now I've got photography, and that's a real aid on one hand. On the other hand, if you get back to what I was saying before, you can make a incredibly detailed copy of a good photo and make a terrible painting from it. So yeah, there's a lot of traps inherent with photography. There's a lot of traps actually inherent with this. One of the things we're fiddling around with on the last live stream, and I think you will find it interesting, is the AI capabilities that are built into Photoshop. Now, that's not the same thing as what I'm talking about, where you just type into a prompt and it paints your image for you. This is taking a chunk or a section of a reference photo that in the old days I would have just maybe had a folder full of paths or something and tried to composite some things together. Prior to that, what were artists doing? They had a clipping of a path up on their reference place where they were looking while they were painting, and a clipping of the main scene they were painting, and a clipping of this or that, and they integrated it all on the surface of the painting. We don't have to do that anymore. We can make a excellent reference image that really won't stand on its own as art, but it helps feed our art. And getting back to what I was saying, that's where it's at, making real art in the real world. Whatever my this is called Imagination Beach, because I utilized a lot of imagination, not just when I was compositing that reference, but also when I was painting the image. I wasn't a slave to the reference. And by the way, you can see what the reference image looked like in the members area. Go check that out. That's $6 a month. You get to see the reference image, you get the 4K, you get no ads, and you get real time. So sometimes some amazing insights could be coming down. A lot of times I might just be painting and not much is being said. I'll be honest with you, but here's the facts of the matter. One good insight can totally change your life as a painter, and that's one of my motivations behind those video courses too. Anyway, just a reminder, we're going live Friday 6 o'clock, so you dig the channel, you like Mike, you want to say hi, come by, let's have a chat. Otherwise, I'll just keep recording my little processing session, and that'll go out to you too, and you'll get some value there. Please leave me a comment or a like if you got some value from this video. I'd really appreciate that. Go check out the videos and the book on my site, and until I come back with another video for your edification and enjoyment, do me a favor, do me a solid. Take good care of yourself, your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble, and God bless you and your family. Fight the power.